Daniel Ricciardo was one of the highlights last weekend in the Mexico race. The Australian showed a strong performance since Friday's free practice, and on Saturday he managed to qualify in fourth place for the race, drawing a lot of attention from everyone in the paddock. His performance on Sunday was also excellent, and Ricciardo finished the race in seventh position, scoring his first points after his return to the category. Christian Horner commented on Ricciardo's performance last weekend, and the words of the Red Bull boss filled with hope. The fans who want to see Daniel back at Red Bull next season, stay in the video until the end to find out everything, Horner said, but first I invite you to subscribe to the channel and leave your like on this video. The old Daniel Ricciardo returned at the Mexican Grand Prix. These were the words of Christian Horner, who greatly celebrated the Australian's consistent weekend, now responsible for AlphaTauri's best result in Formula One since the Azerbaijan Grand Prix from last year. In qualifying, Ricciardo achieved the fourth best time, behind only Max Verstappen, Carlos Sainz, and Charles Leclerc. There was providential help from his teammate in Q1 and Q2, but Daniel also had a good performance in the Mexican race, crossing the finishing line in seventh. Horner was thrilled with his former driver's result. It's great to see Daniel performing so well and fully endorses why we brought him back to AlphaTauri, said the Milton Keynes boss, referring to the Australian's return to the grid ahead of the Hungarian Grand Prix. He stood out this weekend fighting against a Mercedes in an AlphaTauri. If it hadn't been for the red flag, he would probably have finished in a better position. It was a great performance. He certainly looked like the Daniel of old. The points in his second race after the accident suffered in the Dutch Grand Prix that took him out of 5 races left the impression that Ricciardo could go further if he was in a better car, and Horner was asked about the matter. "I think he's back to what he was," said the Englishman to justify Daniel's bad form at McLaren. "Look how relaxed and confident he is now." He arrived at the weekend fully motivated after a complicated race in Austin. He was very close to Max in the classification, a remarkable performance. Coincidentally, Ricciardo had his best race since returning to Formula One on the same weekend that everything went wrong for Sergio Perez. The Mexican qualified behind Daniel on Saturday, but Horner once again ruled out any threat to Checo after the good result from the Australian. "Checo has an agreement with us for next year, and that is our intention, that he will be in the car in 2024. We will give him all the support necessary to ensure that he finishes second in the Drivers' Championship," he concluded. What did you think of Daniel Ricciardo's performance in Mexico? Is the Australian really getting back to his old form? Do you believe he could perform better than Sergio Perez at Red Bull? Leave your opinion below and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like this video.